was no doubt. It was clear that he did not get both wheels on that first obstacle. All right, our next first-round matchup, Bennett Clark's Clydesdale, Powder Springs, Georgia, against Arnold, Missouri's Starvin Marvin Smith and the Stomper Chevrolet.
You know, Scott, Bennett's been around this game for quite a few years. He's got the long truck. He's had good tracks and bad tracks, and believe it or not, he's one of the few drivers that think this track is going to be his kind of track. Slippery track, he says the horsepower's there, the long truck should be able to help him. Meanwhile, the Missouri native, Stomper truck of Marvin Smith, he's not worried about the track either. It should be a pretty close run.
Stomper closest to you. Clydesdale and Bennett Clark furthest away. They're ready to go. Oh, looks like Stomper could knock it off the block spinning.
Looks like a rear-wheel drive only on the Stomper. Bennett Clark goes out. He backpedals at half track, makes a good smooth run. Clark going to that next round.
The start kills Stomper and Clydesdale, and Bennett Clark gets the victory. Clydesdale may get a shot in the next round at the Equalizer. Here he is with Army Armstrong.
Bennett, there's a real strong possibility you're going to be going up against that point leader, Equalizer, in the next round. Do you really want to bump this guy off?
Yeah, I'd like to bump him off. He's got a good lead on us on the points right now. We'll just have to run as hard a race as we can. The racetrack's real slick right now, so I think it'll be hard for him to control that much horsepower right now.
Bennett Clark flat sounds confident. He's not afraid of anybody in monster truck racing. But I'll tell you, when you talk about people to be afraid of this year, this has been the man who has put more of them on the trailer than anybody else. Your world points leader, the Equalizer, and David Morris.
Well, David Morris, in the opening of the show, made a statement we're going to be watching. The statement was, I don't believe it's a horsepower track. It's going to be a driver's track. Now, we're going to find out just how good a driver this young man is, as he's going up against a Thunder Chick. And remember, he's a rookie driver. Thunder Chicken running him tough over the first set of cars, Scott.
Kid Rarig and the Thunder Chicken give it Equalizer all he wants, but give the win to David Morris. The Equalizer puts Thunder Chicken on the trailer. If Equalizer can beat Clydesdale in the next round, he may end up against Carolina Crusher in the semifinals.
You and the Carolina Crusher in the same part of the bracket. Somebody's going to either jump out or pull in on these points leads tonight. Who's it going to be?
It needs to be me. I like to take these points this year. I'm going to run hard. I'll have to run hard to beat him with his new motor.
Okay, we noticed you had a little bit of problem on that run in the shutdown area. Anything major?
Yeah, I lost the steering. I threw a power steering belt off, and if I can get that repaired, I'll be back.
You know Gary Forner said he's going to come and hammer you hard tonight. He wants you bad.
Well, he'll get me tonight.
A full moon in Virginia, and that can mean only one thing. It's the Grave Digger. Appropriately, he's meeting Nightlife here in Fishersville. The number 4 and 5 trucks in the World Championship points race. Ready to go with the Digger. They run him everywhere, but nowhere more than in his home state of Virginia. And here's Nightlife, a guy all the way from Nebraska who'd love to kind of just throw it in the face of the Virginia fans and knock off the Digger.
Well, Scott, Wysoric has done that so many times this year. I believe Dave Wysoric, one of the strongest drivers on the circuit, definitely one of the most consistent. But Anderson's in front of his own home state people. I look for kamikaze shot out of the left lane. Grave Digger rolls on the throttle. Wysoric playing him tough. It looks dead even. Wysoric may be out. Anderson's got to come back. No. An upset. What an upset, Scott.
And it did not sound good. Something sounded funny with the Grave Digger. Just the curse continuing for Dennis Anderson and the Grave Digger.
Dennis Anderson, do you have any idea what happened on that run?
Yeah, I think I dropped a valve in the motor. During qualifying, I hit the shifter with my elbow, knocked it into neutral. The motor buzzed up super high, and I think we sucked a valve through it when I just ran then.
5 weeks to go. This has got to hurt. This is not the time to break anything, is it?
No, it's not. I've had some tough weeks here lately anyway, but we're going to tear it down tonight and thrash on it all night. Maybe we'll be back tomorrow.
Maybe the hardest working man in the sport. Let's listen to the run and listen for the engine problem.
Scott, if it's a drop valve, you should get a pop out of the engine.
Well, there you hear it right there, and that'll stick a fork in Grave Digger. He's done for the night. When we return, it's Mad Dog and other superstars of monster truck racing in the mud.
Move didn't help Grave Digger in the first round as he lost the race, and valuable points to Nightlife. Here are the point standings coming into this week of racing. Equalizer has a 30-point advantage over the Carolina Crusher. USA 1 is third, but will gain very few points here after losing early. And with a big win, Nightlife pulls closer to the Grave Digger. Mad Dog and No Problem, which may meet in the quarterfinals, are 6th and 7th. The retired Awesome Kong is 8th with Wild Hair, and Clydesdale rounding out the top 10. Now, let's go to Scott and Army for more side-by-side racing.
Thanks a bunch, Kris, and I'm really looking forward to this this matchup, Army Armstrong. It's the Jersey Outlaw Ford and Mike Wine going up against King Crunch and Scott Stevens.
Well, Mike Wine definitely turning into a crowd favorite for the Ford fans all over America, but who does he go up against? The long, tall Texan. They call him King Crunch. The King Crunch truck runs a computer. We asked him earlier what the computer was saying. He said, back all the horsepower away from it. The mud's going to hurt you tonight. So Stevens rolls in. The blue truck, Chevrolet going against Ford. Computer said easy on the horsepower. Let's see if it works.
Coming to the second set of cars side by side as they hit that finish line. Too close to call. Wow, what a race between the Jersey Outlaw Ford and King Crunch with Scott Stevens. Here we are again. You look at the timing camera. Scott Stevens and King Crunch pulling it out, but just barely. What a race, and it was that close when they hit the finish line. Scott Stevens, King Crunch, your winner. Army Armstrong's going to go over and talk to him about a dandy race and a win over the Jersey Outlaw.
Scott, everybody said it was going to be a driver's track. That's exactly what it is. You've got to think on this track, don't you?
Yeah, we've turned our motor way down. We fattened everything up, trying to kill horsepower. We just have too much to come off the line, so you just got to drive off the line, and, you know, because in qualifying, we had too much power, and I like to spun around. You know, just got to take it easy on the track because there's no traction.
Some of the big guns are going out early. That looks good for you.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely a weekend where I wish we didn't have a lot of horsepower. You know, Carolina's doing real good with his big motor, but, you know, no problem with a small motor is really doing good. And it's going to be a weekend where the driver's going to win this weekend.
Could make for some interesting things happening, and there's something that's real interesting. The Breen boys, a little family showdown here in Virginia. That's John Breen and Mad Dog. His opponent, Bob Breen and Wildhair.
Breen Boys Racing Toys, the name of their company. They travel the national circuit with us, but believe me, there's no love lost here. Nothing else to go up for bragging rights. Both of them believe in the Chevrolet for horsepower. Who's going to take the win?
Wildhair and Bob Breen puts away his brother, who's having some problems with John Breen barely getting across the cars in Mad Dog. Your winner in the Battle of the Breen Boys Racing Toys is Bob Breen and Wildhair.
Bob, what's it going to take to win on this track tonight? This is spooky out there.
Yeah, it is. It's a real slick track, and I think tonight, I don't think the big motors, I don't think that's what's going to take. Cause I got one of the smallest motors here, and I'm coming out of the hole. I'm not spinning my tires very much, and I don't have enough horsepower to really make it spin sideways. I got a real good chance, I think, to really kick down tonight.
You know, Army, one of the things I think people really enjoy about following the TNT Monster Truck Challenge is that each week it's a new course. There are new circumstances. And hasn't Fishersville, Virginia really dealt us a brand new set?
Well, because of the moisture in the track, it definitely has. And that's what's so interesting about the competitors we have. Anybody can win. There's nobody dominating this sport. Anybody can be a player. For an example, John Moore, who historically has not run that good on some tracks. Look at him here. Whoa, he's attacking the Fishersville plate. Oh, he's into the wall down here.
Wow, John Moore, no problem, into the guardrail, and you can see that left front tire is cut down. Army, I think we're going to get a chance to look at it again on replay and see just exactly what happened to John Moore. He gets the win over Gary Wiggins and Mopar Magic, but boy, what a tough day at the office.
Yeah, tough day at the office. Right now, he's trying to get back to the pit area and get the tire blown up. Watch the left front tire on impact when he comes off the second jump. I believe he rolled it on the side. Yeah, the tire blew first, and that's what pulled him into the wall, not the slippery track.
Well put, Army, and you can see he's got work to be done, but John Moore will be back. Let's find out from John Moore exactly what happened.
I don't know. I guess I got over here in some slick stuff, and I've been trying to get over this way a little bit because first round put me way up on my side, and I don't know what's... I don't know, the track's a little slick out here in the end. I'm going to see if we can get her fixed and get back in it.
That takes care of the first round of racing on the TNT Monster Truck Challenge. When we return, the mighty modifieds pull the heavy sleds in Bowling Green, Ohio. Don't go away.